What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a great day, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a funny yet true story that happened with my client the other day. Now, what you're going to take away from this video is two things. Number one, you're going to realize that you might not be throwing away money when you're renting your home, and number two, you're going to learn how to run the numbers before you purchase your first home or second home, third home, fourth home. It doesn't matter. You're just going to learn how to run the numbers. So if you're someone who likes to hear a funny story plus takeaway knowledge, this video is for you. So as always, don't forget to hit the free like button if you get any value, and let's get started with the video. So I get on a phone call with my client, and here's how the conversation went. As soon as we hopped on, I felt the urgency that he really wanted to buy a home. He wanted to own a home. He wanted to be a homeowner, maybe like so many of you who are watching this video. And as we started to conversate, I found out he wants to own a home, so I got into real estate agent mode and started asking him some questions. I dive in and I say, so when does your current lease expire? Because you're currently renting a home. When does it expire? He goes, about 8 months. So instantly I'm like, you do know that if you cancel that lease, you're gonna pay a minimum of 2 months in advance just to get out of it. He goes, yeah, I know. So I'm like, okay, let's continue. I then ask him, so you wanna move out of your home because you want a bigger home, right? He goes, no, not really. We're happy in the home that we're in. The size is perfect. So then I ask him, so you want to move out of the home for a nicer home, right? He goes, no, not really. We're in the home. We like it. The size is good. It's a pretty home. Overall, it's not bad at all. So then I'm like, so why do you want to move out? I'm asking myself that. So I'm like, you want to move out of your home because your wife wants you to move out of the home. And he starts laughing and he's like, no, my wife loves the home. We're excited in it. We just want to move. So I'm like, okay, seriously, why do you want to move out of the home? What's the reason? I mean, you like the home, the size is good, your wife's happy in it, you're happy in it, your family's happy in it, location is good. He responded to me and said this: we want to move out of the home because we're tired of throwing away our money in the trash every single month as we're renting it. So when he said that, I was like, okay, fair enough. You want to leave your home because you don't own it. You want to go own a home so you don't pay rent every single month that you feel is being tossed in the trash. Let's go to the next steps. And by the way, guys, this is literally how I talk to my clients, how I qualify them, how I go through the steps. Now, sometimes I'm a little more sarcastic on YouTube. In person, of course, it's more nice, friendlier, and easygoing. But on YouTube, I like to be a little bit more loose so you guys can get really how I'm thinking. So I jumped right into it and I'm like, okay, how much is your rent per month? He responded and he's like, it's $1,700 per month in rent. I then said, are you gonna be paying cash for your home or financing it? And he said he's gonna be financing it. I then asked, how much of a down payment do you think you're gonna be putting? He then goes, you know, if I'm really pushing it, I can put $10,000 down. So off the top, I'm like, this isn't going to be easy. He's trying to only put $10,000 down. Now keep in mind, he told me that he wanted a house similar to his house, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, and he even emphasized the areas that he wants. And I know for those areas and for that type of home, you're not looking at a cheap home that $10,000 down can get you by with. But I put that on the side. I then asked him what's his debts like, does he have any cars, any monthly payments, how's his income looking, and we could just conversate it through that. So then after jumbling everything together and putting it in my brain, I told him, so your goal is you're paying $1,700 a month in rent going to the trash. Your goal is to now own a home so you don't have to throw away that money in the trash, right? He responded and said yes. So before I move forward, everybody who's watching this video, if you don't own a home yet and you're renting, listen to how important this is, because this is really what you got to be running for yourself when you're deciding to make that move. If you believe you're throwing money in the trash and you don't want to do that anymore, this is how you have to follow the process. So anytime a client calls me because they want to convert from renting to owning a house, or they want some help with numbers, I instantly pull out my calculator, I pull out the amortization schedule, and I start doing estimations for them so they have a better idea of where they're going to be headed or what the possibilities are. And I did exactly that for you as well in this video. I'm going to be breaking down to you basically what the numbers are and how we came out to realize he will be losing more money owning a home versus renting the home. So the house that he wanted was 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom specific area. That home is roughly going to be $400,000 for what he's looking for. And he wants to put $10,000 down. So he's going to be financing $390,000. So every single month, his monthly mortgage is going to be for a $390,000 loan on a 30-year term at a 3.5% interest rate. It will be $1,751.27. Now off the top, what you guys notice is his rent was $1,700 a month. Now just his mortgage is $1,751 plus or minus a month. Now from that monthly payment, he's gonna have $613.77 in equity. Woohoo! Equity close to home ownership. So off the bat, guys, in the trash, he is going to be throwing away $1,137.50. Now don't get lost, follow with me. You then have home insurance. We estimated his home insurance is going to cost him $150 per month. Also in the trash. We then estimated he's going to have PMI, private mortgage insurance, which this is literally in the trash. Anytime you put under 20%, you have to pay private mortgage insurance. And honestly, it varies. It's from basically 0.25% up to 2% of the loan amount. So it can get very hefty and very expensive. I gave him an estimation. Now this always depends on your credit score, the loan amount, the terms and all that, but his estimation was $200 a month that he's gonna be throwing in the trash for PMI. And of course, we're in Dallas, Texas, so the property taxes on a $400,000 home was gonna run about $9,000 every single year, which equals to $750 a month in property taxes in the trash. There's a lot of trash, I understand. It's a lot of trash talk, but it's the reality. And these are the numbers that home buyers do not know, do not understand, do not really dig deep into to figure out, and I don't blame them. That's not their experience. That's why they come to real estate agents or people who understand this stuff. And also what I want you to know is we calculated right now the mortgage every month and the interest that's gonna be tossed away. We calculated the PMI, the private mortgage insurance that's going to be paid monthly, the home insurance paid monthly, the property taxes paid monthly. This is not including the random maintenance you have to do for your home, the cutting the grass every single month, the HOA every single month, and you can cut your grass yourself, but some people pay people to do that. So we're not basically putting all this into these expenses, but look at this number. The monthly amount of money that he's gonna be spending if he chose to own a home that's gonna be going into the trash is going to be $2,237.50 in the trash, literally. His new total monthly payment's gonna be $2,851.27 versus his $1,700 that he was paying in rent. This is equal to $1,151.27 every single month as an added expense for him just because he wanted to own a home, because he didn't want to throw rent money in the trash, only to realize his money that he's throwing in the trash now is about $2,237. Now guys, this is aside from his $10,000 down that he has to put. This is aside from the closing costs. You got about 2% of the loan amount as closing costs. He's gonna have lender fees, lender insurance, doc preparation, escrows. He's gonna have to put property taxes and insurance and escrows. He's gonna come out minimum $20,000 plus in down payment and in closing costs that he's gonna have to come up with. So there you have it, guys. We realize that him renting is cheaper than owning. Now you might be like, there's appreciation in the home and he's getting equity in the home and he's getting black and white, guys. Numbers do not lie. For the home he's living in right now renting to the home he wants to buy, which is going to be basically equivalent to each other, he will be losing every single month. Every month. Not like he was losing with rent. He's going to be losing even more, about $2,200 versus the $1,700. So you ask yourself this, is owning a home the American dream, or is owning a home the American dream just on the news headlines? But in reality, when you break the numbers, you actually get hurt even more than just renting. Now here's the point that I'm trying to make in this video. Do not rush trying to own a home just because you want to own a home. So many people don't realize that owning a home has a ton of expenses and a ton of things that you're gonna have to pay for when you own that home. I know so many people who are panicking and anxious. I want to own a home. I want to live in a home. Appreciation, house prices, all of that is so positive. House prices keep going up. I can't catch up. And right now I'm scared that I can't afford a home. And they try to rush themselves into owning a home. And as you saw right now, sometimes owning a home can be more negative than positive. Now, don't get it twisted. I know people who buy a home knowing they're going to be paying and losing more than they're renting, but they're okay with it. Their lease is about to expire, their home is outgrown their current place, their financials allow them to do that, and it's cool with them. They understand they're getting more bang for their buck with a bigger home, a nicer home, and the home ownership life. But you have to understand, and you have to ask yourself, are you just rushing to rushing, or are you rushing because the numbers actually make sense? So there you have it, guys. It was black and white for my client. He decided that he's not going to be buying a home. And let me ask you this. What kind of real estate agent talks out their client from buying a home? Me. I only want the best for my clients and for anybody that I work with. And as you saw, it was a loss. He wasn't ready. His lease wasn't expired. His income didn't help him. His down payment didn't help him. I told him, get back to the drawing board, build up your credit score, get more down payment, and actually be ready to move into a home when you're ready. If you're happy with the size, your family is cool, there's no complaining, why make them move? Because in reality, you're gonna throw more in the trash owning a home than renting for this specific case. Sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's the opposite, but this specific case, it was like that. And I thought this was a cool video to share with you all. So guys, if you got value, hit the free like button. If you enjoyed this, I upload 3 times every week. I talk about real estate, money, and business, so subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And for right now, I'm out.